And in the UK, just days after a deadly attack outside a synagogue in Manchester, police are now investigating a suspected arson at a mosque in East Sussex. The incident took place late Saturday night when two masked men tried to break into the mosque. They then poured gasoline over the entrance and a nearby car before setting them on fire. Two worshippers were inside at the time but managed to escape without injury. Police have since released images of the suspects and have increased patrols in the area. Here are more details on the event.
Following the deadly synagogue attack in Manchester on October the 2nd, where two worshippers were killed, Sussex Police are now investigating a separate incident at a mosque in Peacehaven, East Sussex. Late on Saturday night, two masked men attempted to break into the mosque before setting fire to the entrance and a car outside. According to a voluntary mosque manager, the suspects arrived shortly before the fire and tried to force the door open. When they failed, they poured petrol on the steps, doorway and a vehicle, then ignited it. CCTV footage shows both men wearing balaclavas. One wore a black jacket with a pre-London logo, while the other had bright red gloves. Police have appealed to the public to help identify the suspects. Officials said the case is being investigated as arson with intent to endanger life, and additional patrols have been deployed at the mosque and other places of worship across Sussex.
This was an appalling and reckless attack which we know will have left many people feeling less safe. We are treating this as an arson with intent to endanger life and are continuing to pursue a number of lines of inquiry to identify those responsible.
The Peacehaven Mosque, which opened 4 years ago, typically hosts 10 to 15 worshippers for evening prayers, and it has faced hostility before. In August last year, eggs were thrown at the building on 2 occasions, and racial slurs were shouted at passers-by. The mosque attack comes just days after the Manchester synagogue incident, where 2 worshippers were stabbed and 3 others seriously injured. Police shot dead the attacker, 35-year-old Jihad al-Shami, a British citizen of Syrian descent. However, local residents reflected with sorrow on the deadly attack.
Just awful. It's really sad to see the effect it's having on everybody. It's not the country I want to live in. It's somewhere where people are being affected so awfully for just living their life. It's definitely not what anyone wants, and it's really sad to see.
In fact, during a rainy vigil for the victims of this synagogue attack, Deputy Prime Minister David Lammy also faced the protesters' wrath. While addressing the crowd gathered near the synagogue, he said, "We stand in defiance of those terrorists who seek to divide us." And just then, a heckler intervened and shouted, "Shame on you, you're embarrassing."
We stand in defiance of those terrorists who seek to divide us, who want to pit neighbour against neighbour, to weaken the bonds that bind us together as one nation, one people, one united kingdom.
Please, let the Deputy Prime Minister speak, please.
Shame on you!
That response honours those we have lost.
You're embarrassing!
May their memory be a blessing, not just to...
Clearly, both incidents have prompted widespread condemnation. Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood described the Peacehaven mosque fire as deeply concerning and urged unity across the nation. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, commenting on the Manchester attack, warned that hatred was once again on the rise.
That this is a country that stands up to hatred, and that we don't just provide refuge, we provide a home. For so many Jewish families, that is the story of Britain.
Local politicians spoke out as well. Liberal Democrat MP James McCleary called the mosque an important part of his constituency and described the fire as appalling. Chris Ward, Labour MP for Brighton, Kemptown and Peacehaven, called it disgusting. Faith and community leaders echoed these sentiments. Chair of Brighton and Hove Muslim Forum said no community, whether Jewish or Muslim, Christian or Hindu, should face violence at places of worship. Campaign group Brighton and Hove Stand Up for Racism highlighted recent alleged far-right activity in the region, including graffiti, flags and intimidation campaigns. Police confirmed that their investigation is ongoing and urged anyone with information about the suspects to come forward. The mosque now stands damaged, but not destroyed, but its congregation is shaken and clings to hope amid fears.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.